satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle. Order received.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Oh, sure. First a tour, followed by a formal dinner at the captain's table. Let's get one thing straight. You're here for business, not for a vacation, so let's start by talking about Delgado's Sudden Olive Branch. Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? Fine, have it your way. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal? Oh, really? Did she now? I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place. Yeah? Funny you're only bringing that up now. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout. Anyway, we'll get to that later. First, we have a much bigger fish to fry. So why are you targeting a Gall Bank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest? Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining settlements, you get the picture. But taking on a megacorp, that's a really big deal. Something the Crimson Fleet stayed away from in the past. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting desperate, or this is leading to an even bigger score down the road. Oh, I see. We're playing this game now. Fine, fine. Well, you might as well turn around and hop back aboard your ship because you're not getting near Dombrowski without my help. Well, well, it appears we have a mind reader here. You're absolutely right. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that. You'd better, or you're gonna have to find another Galbank executive. As long as Dombrowski's on the ship, he's all mine. That's a disturbing way to put it. But I suppose that's the best offer I'm gonna get, so I'll take it. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt. Someone with enough disposable income to afford a permanent six-figure cabin aboard one of Trident's finest space liners. Consider it similar to owning a luxury mobile vacation home. Plaything for the wealthy, you get the gist. The event's a complete sham. Bunch of rich snobs getting together and throwing a party for themselves. These people couldn't give a damn about Terran preservation or any other charity for that matter. Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starfield ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets. He's a VIP executive, which means he either worked really hard using blood, sweat, and tears to make the arduous climb to the top, or he backstabbed, lied, cheated, and betrayed his way up the corporate ladder. From what I've heard, it's the second option. Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. Meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck. They claim their goal is to celebrate the soul of the Earth, the culture, the people, and the ideals of the past. In their minds, Earth is now dead, which is why they feel that preservation of its remaining aspects is so important. In reality, this is what happens when folks with far too much time and far too much money get together to make themselves feel like they're contributing to society. You seriously need to ask. Okay, I'll give you 2 reasons. First, Gold Bank protects their own. Kill Dombrowski, and they send Ecliptic after every Crimson Fleet ship they can find. Not something Delgado wants, I suspect. And second, you offer Gal Bank employee in every single Gal Bank facility in the settled systems will triple their security. I'm gonna guess that won't help with whatever your plans are regarding Galbank, now will it? As long as you remember that I'm getting paid my cut, I'll help you with anything you want. What's the status of your plan? I once saw Neva strip down a UC security ship and sell the parts back to the UC through a shell company. If that doesn't put your concerns to rest, I don't know what will. Now tell me, what about the status of your plan? How can I help? Okay, then let me point you to the person in charge of the award. Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the Starfield Ballroom. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from there. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms. Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
the drill, Vasco. Protocol Indigo means no deviations, no distractions, no...
Captain, do you require my assistance? Conversational protocol. I am powered by wheels and cogs. Constellation has seen to it that I possess a near-encyclopedic knowledge of human history. I have been programmed to comprehend all modern and ancient human languages. My body is crafted from... Logically, I believe the correct, and illogically speaking, I am inclined to believe that books, where they make good case studies. I am looking at one. I hope that was a suitable This is a difficult question. However, I find that the music of ancient Japan has a pleasantly mathematical sound. The same is true of the works of European composers from the Baroque period. I have dedicated Understood. Constellation recovered me from an abandoned lunar robotics factory on Earth's moon, where I was manufactured. I am told I was in quite a state of disrepair. Barrett elected to refurbish me after the discovery. Since then, I have been reprogrammed to be useful to Constellation. That is correct. I am a first-generation Model A robot. Constellation is an exceptionally driven and intelligent. My programming dictates that I must answer any question. That is a difficult question to parse. However, I have been kept busy since... In a geographical sense, the Lodge can, but I presume that you are using miss in this context to mean long for. In which case, my answer is no. Barrett, however, regularly complains about missing the Lodge's amenities during our travels. Your vital signs indicate that you are currently in a state of there. Based on our previous encounters, Lunar Robotics is a Their headquarters was once located on Earth's moon. It was evacuated. Today, Lunar Robotics products are still found throughout. Please do not hesitate to approach. Captain, it is. Yes, Captain. Hello, Captain. I will see you at a later time.
Listen. Can't hear the engines, can you? You're not going to find better tuned engines anywhere else in the Sigil systems.
Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all of the leftovers from the dining area buffets.
This is one of Trident's top-of-the-line vessels. Hell of a ship, isn't it?
Captain Lokov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas. Just don't touch anything, please.
I've done this particular cruise run several times, and I can assure you that the route is quite safe.
An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got. Is this important? I don't have a lot of time for idle nonsense. Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this better be important. Probably in a few days. I don't want the award transfer to actually occur until we're safely in orbit at our destination. Of course, if I keep getting interrupted, the ceremony might never take place at all. Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its 9 years. Why do you ask? Well, the Earth Savior Award is one of a kind. The Blue Diamonds alone are irreplaceable. Since we can't produce a new award every year, it's instead passed from one recipient to the next. I supervise the transfer and make certain that there's ample security during transport and at the destination. Forget it. I refuse to have a repeat of last year's fiasco, where the name leaked early and started a common brawl. The winner's name is safely sealed away with the award itself, inside the master safe located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you.
For the safety of everyone aboard, please be certain you don't interfere with any of the crew or security members of our vessel.
I have about 1,000 things to deal with, and you're not one of them. Goodbye.
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
Have you tried the canapes?
The
Horrid.
society chair has really
Positively
outdone
horrid.
herself this time. I'm a silver member of the society, but only 100,000 more credits and I hit the gold tier. Well, apparently the award is so valuable, there's only one in existence. It gets passed to a new winner every year. Larry likes to drop overly complex words into conversations. I'm sure he knows that it annoys people, but he does it anyway. Nice to have met you.
Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the society, eh? Is this about that feature SSNN ran a few years ago? I can assure you, this is a legitimate charity organization. Benjamin Bayou of Neon won the award the first time it was presented, but he dropped out of the society a couple years back. His behavior towards women is abominable. That man really ought to be ashamed of himself. That's all then? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm very busy right now. Could you please
Here for business
go away?
or pleasure? Donations to the Society can be debited from my bank account on a monthly basis. I barely have to lift a finger to help. Even if I was offered the award, I wouldn't take it. Can you imagine the security nightmare I'd have to deal with? No thank you. Dombrowski is married to some poor woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis when he goes on his business trips. Enjoy the rest of the event. I certainly hope they decide to hold all future Society events aboard a Starliner. So what brings you aboard? It's a shame that the Earth ended in such a sorry state, but I'm glad the Society has the nerve to do something about it. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child. Larry has an A-level executive rating over at Galbank, which means he has access to everyone's accounts at the touch of a button. Don't forget to donate to the cause. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Hello, are you a member of the Society? It's critical that the Society keeps the memories of Earth alive in our hearts. I'm doing my part by attending this spectacular event. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she... I heard he uses Galbank's VIP suite on the Siren of the Stars almost monthly. Does the man ever do any real work? Well, that was boring.
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times, or you won't have
Dig up any
access to
dirt on the
ballroom.
Broski yet? Don't you have somewhere to be?
The Society chair has really outdone herself. So, what brings you aboard? Not much, other than the fact that they host these wonderfully entertaining gala events every month. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award. He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning. I'm certain his wife doesn't know a thing about it. Well, that was boring. Pleased to make your acquaintance. An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got. The Society was founded about 8 years ago by Carl S.A. Worthington, a prominent businessman from New Atlantis. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the... He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Don't forget to donate to the cause. Have you tried the canapes? Quite a lovely starlight. You don't necessarily have to be wealthy to contribute, though the minimum donation level is 5,000 credits. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award. He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. That's all then? Okay.
Hello, are you a member of the Society? The Society is such a worthy cause. What could be more important than the preservation of the Earth? Sheila Holbrook. He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Nice to have met you.
If you have any specific requests, please speak to one of the crew's attendants.
Do I know you? Okay, wait, are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone, and my partner doesn't like competition. He gets very jealous. His wife? Oh, for the love of God. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy? You're not very bright, are you? I'm a grade C3 exec at Galbank. That means my credentials get me into 2 places, the front door and the ladies' room. If that's all you really want, you're certainly welcome to them. If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dombrowski, all I'm doing is endangering myself. Why would I do that? I'd love to see that man suffer. All right, you've made your point. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme worth thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them. I was going to confront him back on Jemison, but then he invited me on this little trip through the stars. All expenses paid, first-class accommodations, the works. I figured, why not wait until I've milked him for every credit he's spending before I drop the hammer? Oh, I know he was using me. At the same time, he was saying how much he loved me. He was stringing me along and stabbing me in the back. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it. What, are you writing a damn novel? Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a look. And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on... You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in. Whether we liked it or not. What do you think is going on? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. If I have to squash him on my way to the top, then so be it. Let's get one thing straight. Larry Dombrowski's no saint. He deserves everything that's coming to him. And why should you? Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. He'd stab you in the back for table scraps, then stab you again to steal dessert. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth, and then leave him in the dust. Not bad for a lowly Galbank worker drone, right? I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
On behalf of Trident Luxury Lines, I'd like to welcome you aboard. Welcome to the Purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murata. How can I be of assistance today? Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully damage-resistant, vacuum-proof plating. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered, the safe will be permanently sealed until it reaches port. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe. An excellent question. My responsibilities include all of the Siren's financial, customs, and commercial goods transfers. Honestly, I really enjoy the work. I get to meet people at every port of call instead of being constantly stuck below decks. Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Have a wonderful trip. I'm sorry. It's against Trident policy to discuss our personal feelings towards a fellow crewmate. You do? All right, but you didn't hear this from me. Do you understand? I don't want to lose my job. I like Captain Rokov, but I think he's mixed up with some very dangerous people. I was bringing some paperwork to his quarters one day, and I found a slate with a message he received from someone named Delgado. That would normally be fine, but the message mentions the Crimson Fleet, as in pirates. Can you believe it? If you want to grab it, the slate should still be in his quarters. Somewhere. Have a safe journey.
Remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future Society events aboard the Starliner. Here for business or pleasure. When you join, they send you a small chunk of rock from the Earth itself. I keep mine on my desk. Sheila Holbrook is chair. He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia. Enjoy the rest of the event.
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
Here for business or blood? It is critical that the Society keeps the memories of Earth alive in our hearts. I'm doing my part by attending this spectacular event. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the... He's been spending a lot of time. Well, that was boring.
The Society chair is really out. Hello. Are you a member of the Society? It's critical that the Society keeps the memory. Sheila Holbrook. He's been spending a lot of... That's all then? Okay.
So, what brings you aboard?
Quite an event they're throwing today, don't you think? Hello. You here for the charity event? Well, I work for UC Security, meaning that business isn't exactly my area of expertise. I'm afraid I can't really help you. If you're looking for a business opportunity, You might want to check with someone else. To be honest, I'm here to keep an eye on the charity event. It might not be as glamorous an assignment as a colony rescue or taking down some criminals, but anything that keeps the peace is important to me. What is this all about, anyway? You mean specifically? Oh, I work for the Corporate Fraud Division. We monitor all of the major megacorp financials and transactions to ensure that nothing improper occurs. You're asking a lot of strange questions. What exactly do you want? Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off. Just in case you weren't aware, I am the authorities. Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe?
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Positively horrid. An open bar would have been nice. Not much, other than the fact that they host these wonderfully and Sheila Holbrook is... he's been spending a lot of time with... Nice to have met you.
You've had your time to talk. Now piss off. I told you to stay out of my way. I meant it. Get the hell away from me before I have you arrested.
How can I be of service, Captain? Good day, Captain.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the Society, huh?
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Positively horrid.
Haven't you gotten enough out of me already?
Trident must have spent a fortune equipping this ship with triple redundancy in almost every internal system.
Captain Lokov is one of the most easygoing CEOs I've ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't act much like a captain at all.
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield ballroom. It's breathtaking.
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings to have been posted to a ship like the Siren of the Stars.
You're a guest of Captain Rokov, right? Welcome aboard.
These newer vessels, more or less, run autonomously, which doesn't leave much for the...
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing COs I've ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't act much like a captain at all. This is one of Trident's top-of-the-line vessels. Hell of a ship, isn't it?
Glad to have you aboard. How may I assist you today? Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully damage-resistant, vacuum-proof plating. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered, the safe will be permanently sealed until it reaches port. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe. An excellent question. My responsibilities honestly... I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can assure you that it's quite lovely. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by presenting an appropriate claim ID. Is there anything else I can assist you with today? Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Have a wonderful trip. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable.
Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey. security situation, I need to get back to my duties.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up, and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested. Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. But it's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows. Maybe, but if something goes wrong and he's able to raise an alarm, we're sunk. With all of these wealthy patrons aboard, the ship is crawling with security. Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency. I have no idea what all of that technical jargon meant, but cause enough confusion and it will buy us plenty of time. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet, right? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help. There's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starfield ballroom. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at his station as usual. Have fun with that guy. He's a real piece of work. Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Everything you need is inside. On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies, pretty high up in UC security. Lots of clout with Mast. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstab you for a cret stick and pin the murder on someone else. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant, he'd probably thrive with the Crimson Fleet. All passengers are instructed to immediately report to their cabins. That way, we keep the halls clear and avoid a panic. Fortunately for us, all of the passenger cabin doors will automatically unlock. This is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quickly and without interference. But in our case, it's like having an all-access pass. Remember, the moment you shut down that system, the entire ship goes into lockdown mode.
Must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very busy woman. Not at all. I was assured that this particular ship was outfitted with the absolute latest and cutting-edge security. I am completely confident that Trident Luxury Lines will keep all of us safe. Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that? I should say so. The nerve of you to even ask something so stupid.
Any complaints about your crews should be directed to one...
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings to have been posted to a ship
Trident
like
must
the
have
Siren
spent a
of the
fortune
Stars.
equipping this ship with triple redundancy.
These newer vessels more or less run autonomously, which doesn't leave much for the crew to do around here.
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield Ballroom. It's breathtaking.
Listen. Can't hear the engines, can you? You're not going to find better tuned engines anywhere else in the settled systems.
Captain Rokov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas. Just don't touch anything, please.
You're a guest of Captain Rokov, right? Welcome aboard.
Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all the There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield Ballroom. It's breathtaking.
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings to have been posted to a ship like the Siren of the Stars. These newer vessels more or less run autonomously, which doesn't leave much for the crew to do around here.
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing CEOs I've ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't act much like a captain at all.
Shh. Listen. Can't hear the engines, can you? You're not going to find better tuned engines anywhere else in the settled systems.
The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security of your items.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
The Society Chair has really outdone herself this time.
Quite a lovely Starliner. Nothing but the best for the Society. You're a guest of Captain Rokov, right? Welcome aboard.
Hey, hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rokov's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here. Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you? I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Trident put me in charge of the entire tech team. We do our best to keep the ship running smoothly and efficiently. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of spacecraft design. Almost everything has triple redundancy, like the life support system. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a bit of downtime. Could be worse, though, right? Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. I think you can see why. Not exactly Starliner-class comfort down here. Don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts, catch up on work, and all that, but I'd rather work on the bridge. Oh, sorry, that area's off limits. No exceptions. Ah, you're a fellow techie, huh? I can respect that. Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away? Feel free to look around, but don't mess with any of the controls.
Your attention, please. The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
There's no cause for alarm. I'm sure this is just a minor malfunction or a drill.
All passengers are being asked to return to their cabins at this time.
Excuse me, would you mind telling me exactly what the hell you're doing in my cabin? It was supposed to be in a few days. I didn't want the award transfer to actually occur until we're safely in orbit at our destination. But now that this foolish emergency is... Am I hearing you correctly? You should mind your manners. Imagine pushing your way into my cabin uninvited and issuing such demands.
In an orderly fashion, and remain there until you receive further instructions.
So the emergency is real then? Oh, my goodness. Then we must do exactly what the captain advises, of course. Here, give this to him, with my compliments. Tell him Sheila Holbrook thanks him for his exemplary service.
This ship is in a state of emergency. Please return to your cabin immediately.
The Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm and proceed to your cabin. Our security team would appreciate if you'd please shelter in your cabin.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please?
This ship is in a state of
The
emergency.
captain has
Please
declared
return
a
to your cabin.
ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further
All
instructions.
passengers are being asked to return to their cabins at this time.
I'm sorry. I don't believe we've met. Do I know you? My word. Is that supposed to be a veiled threat of some kind? I'm certain we've never been acquainted before, so I'll do you the courtesy of forewarning you about the impertinence that's to follow. When you approach me, I'd highly advise you to choose your words carefully. Otherwise, it's likely they will be your last. I think we're done here. Good day.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
you had the chance.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions. All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide...
Dead meat! Get down!
What was that?
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions. passengers. May I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
For the life support system.
Someone shut down the primary life support system. Going to take a while to get it back online.
Couldn't resist the urge, could you? All hell's breaking loose across the Siren, and the UC's on its way. We don't have long. Well, this isn't the road I would have taken, but hey, you got the job done. You're crazy. You know that?
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please
Well, you
report
sure
to your
livened it up.
cabins in an orderly
It's gonna
fashion
cost Dryden a
and
fortune
remain
to mop
there
up this
until you
mess.
receive further instructions.
I'm glad you feel that way. Just remember to tell Delgado how much I pitched in to help. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. You feel like telling me, partner? I usually have a nose for these things, but in your case, it's a mystery. Very frustrating. Whatever the case may be, it's apparently... Ah, so he told you to keep it from me. I see. I wouldn't want you to risk your position with the fleet like I did, so I'll just leave it alone. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. It's been a long time coming. I owe you one, Doverbeach. Nonsense. If there's one universal constant you can depend on, it's that Yevgeny Rokov always makes good on his deals. Always. All right, we better get out of here before Dryden sends rescue ships to investigate. Hopefully, the next time we meet, we'll be aboard the Key.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please?
Attention vessel, you have entered restricted space. Please respond. This world is off limits. You are advised to jump to safe harbor immediately. And prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. Go ahead and land. You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit. Nice suit.
I want to raise a pet. But only because an army of skeletons is out of the question.
Hello. Welcome to the... the Galbank Archives. May I see your credentials, please? Just one moment while I verify. Oh, yes, Mr. Dombrowski. Welcome, sir. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. No. No. Never. Not at all. I'm so sorry. Hey, look, please don't mention this to my supervisor, okay? She'll give me a low rating, and I'm gonna end up scrubbing floors. Me? No. Look, this is my first day on the job. Just cut me some slack, okay? I can't afford to lose it. I got a wife and kids to feed. Everything checks out. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. There we go. Have a wonderful day.
Something to report?
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
You want to kick back? Avoid the last Nova. Bug's in a funk that'd kill anyone.
Next time you see Fog, tell him to lighten up. Guy's got a real attitude problem.
Your buddy Rokoff is aboard the Key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on. Now I remember why we kicked his ass out the fleet. Still a lazy old bastard, huh? Can't say I'm surprised.
That's not exactly filling me with confidence, Rook, so I'm going to leave it up to you. Is Rokov in, or is he out? Fair enough. Then he's in.
Seriously? You gonna take this Rook's advice?
This Rook just brought back information that might lead us straight to Kriegs' legacy. So throttle back, Neva. Speaking of which, let me see that data you copied from the Galbank archives. Ah, so the Galbank transport went down over Bannock 4. Bannock. Why does that sound familiar? Neva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up. And I got it. Bannock 4. Let's see. Damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without frying every circuit aboard. Don't know that one, huh? Well, pick up your pencil. There's gonna be a test on this later. EM-class means the planet is giving off a ridiculously high amount of electromagnetic radiation. We're talking off the charts here. Fly your ship anywhere near one of these death traps, and you'll blow every single circuit on your ship. You'd be dead in space. Get it? Yeah, Rook. Just like every other time we've gone on this worthless treasure hunt.
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Kriegs hit the same roadblock. All we need to do is figure out how he got around it.
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time to me.
The Rook's right. We tackle one problem at a time. Can we track it, Neva?
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption, constantly reshuffling frequencies. We don't have shit like that laying around. But before you get that pissy look on your face, I heard that the UC's been working on a ship signal decryption system called the CommSpike. We grab that little beauty, and we'll be able to track anything you want.
All right, here is the plan, so shut up and listen. Rook, I want you and Neva to put your heads together and get us that CommSpike. I don't care if it's mounted at the top of mast. I want it. In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM-class gas giant problem. And I think I know just who to ask.
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the CommSpike with Jazz, and I'll point us in the right direction. Best we can. What are you, 5?
All right, that is enough. We are in arm's reach of Kriegs' legacy, and I don't have time to deal with this kind of bullshit. Now, both of you, get the hell out of here and get to work.
All right, let's get this over with. Follow me.
Need a drink? Bug at the last Nova will be more than happy to take your credit. Every captain here's earned their stripes, bleeding for the fleet. Rook?
All right, let's get right to it. Did you get the Earth Savior Award, or am I gonna be very disappointed? Well, look at that. You followed my directions, and now you're gonna end up with some credits in your pocket. Of course, it would have been more money if you hadn't blabbed about the damn thing to roll call. But that's on you. Anyway, here's your cash. Keep this up and I might even start respecting you. All right, Fleet? We've all got work to do, so let's get to it.
As long as you put the fleet first, we won't have any problems. If you need credits, hit up the mission boards at the core.
Ask Jazz about any ship upgrades. Nothing worse than a pirate ship with no personality.
We call UCC staff sharks, but to the fleet, they are just bait.
Yeah.
You see SysDef as a joke. They haven't caught us yet.
Long day. I need to talk to Samina about getting me some hard.
Need something?
Ship services? You need it, I've got it. So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good. Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas. She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own. There's no one better to have your back. It may not be wider, but it's not on the books, if that's what you're getting at. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands, so if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked. Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book. Just let me know when you want to talk business. Truth is, the fleet rescued me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space and brought me to the key. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after, he offered me a permanent spot with the fleet. No, but just remember, I don't work for free. Oh, yeah, nothing like changing it up to make a ship feel new again. If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing. I don't mind helping, but I've got plenty of goodies to choose from. Anything ship-related? You're at the right... All business and no fun, huh? What do you need? All right. You've got stuff to smuggle. I've got... If you've got the credits, I bet you would. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look.
cybernetics, electromags, energy weapons. Nothing's a substitute for you.
Back in basic training, I had the record for fleet kills. Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best.
There you are. I'm going to make this short and simple. I heard about that little stunt you pulled on the Siren of the Stars. Opening fire on a Starliner? Are you out of your mind? Unacceptable. There are always alternatives. I've tried to be patient with you, but my patience and your time with Sys-Def is at an end. You're under arrest. I expect you to follow Lieutenant Dorff to the brig peacefully, or else we'll have to use lethal force. Do you understand? Do you understand what you've done here? If you think for one moment I'm going to allow you to continue under my command, then you've seriously underestimated my judgment. You're being removed from this ship and transferred to prison, where you'll pay for your crimes. Lieutenant Dorff will explain all of the details. I'm sorry it's come to this, but you've left me no choice. Guards, stop them!
Commencing attack!
possible.
Stand a chance against the entire sister fleet? All ships. Not enough time.
Are you looking to start something? 'Cause I'll finish it.
Better get a move on before Dale sees you slacking.
All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY-920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
You're in the fleet. You should always expect trouble. As far as Juan goes, even though she's one of our newer contacts, you shouldn't have any problems dealing with her. I sure hope so, because she might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm spike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it. Unfortunately, I have no idea. Like Neva said, it's a prototype, so it could look like anything. Once you're inside SY-920 and you're behind their firewalls, you should pick through their computer system. With any luck, it'll point you the right way.
Oh, and one more thing. SY-920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it. She's got the clout to get you in the front door. They're gonna think you're part of a regular supply delivery. Beyond that, you and Juan are gonna have to put your heads together and come up with a plan. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so, I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Okay, you'll make sure? More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that comm spike in your cargo bay. The Crimson Fleet made contact with her about a year ago. We were searching for a smuggling connection in UC space, and her name kept popping up repeatedly, so I decided to put her to the test. Not only did she pass, but the results were off the charts. Made us both a ton of credits. That was good enough for me. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. But hey, as long as she keeps my gal bank account humming, she can keep all the secrets she wants. I'm gonna leave that up to you, Rook. If you get into deep trouble and you think bringing her into the fold is gonna make the difference, tell her whatever you want. At some point, Delgado's gonna be promising everyone their cut of Crix's legacy. If we want him to stick with the fleet, it's inevitable. But until the money's within reach, the less people that know, the better. We'll talk later.
Yeah?
Need something?
Ask Jazz about any ship upgrades. Nothing worse than a pirate ship with no personality.
Colony space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
one quiet day. That's too much to ask for.
I take it your neighbor's new recruit? Ah, you must not be used to pirates being so cordial. But in the heart of New Atlantis, we have to do our best to keep up appearances. I can't afford to be as rough as some of our cohorts. It's bad for business. That you're new, but capable. Other than that, not a whole lot. Neva talks a lot, but that's not the same as talking too much. You're still a mystery to me. SY-920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions. Good. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option. Good. Then we have a deal. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, you can't come and go as you please. Enough to be on a first-name basis with the Marines working the comps. It also helps they want us to dock. The cargo ship means supplies, special requests, slates from home. In the void of space, a cargo hauler is a soldier's best friend. I'd like to, but I need to keep a low profile. In my experience, the more people know about you, the more they have over you. Exactly. You make yourself vulnerable. You become prey. Emotionally, physically, it doesn't matter. Delgado may think otherwise, but I found in this business, fortune favors the cautious, not the bold. Anyways, I appreciate the small talk. Delgado's crew aren't usually so chatty. But let's keep our focus on the mission. We can swap bar stories and share scars when we've got enough creds to buy the bar and fix the scars. We'll talk more on the ship.
Howdy.
Back in the lab. Quiet,
Safe, secure, just how I like it. The short answer is xenobiology. My specialty is alien flora, but as a lead, I managed... Maybe now that I'm here, Well, will you look at that? Huh. And it seems to be in working condition. So you see, even when tragedy strikes, there's people like you to help pick up the pieces. It makes me feel good about where we're going as a species. Well, I hope so. And with all the resources we have here, I have no excuse not to. Here, I know credits are a lazy gift, but as a scientist, I think it's better to be practical. Thanks again.